Alright, yo, what's up? It's your boy Maniac. I'm back here with another video. By the way, Happy New Year's to everybody. Hope you're doing well, all that cool skedazzle, I guess. I'm here because I'm going to be showing you guys my record collection today. Now, just for the record, pun intended, I do have other genres than metal in here, but obviously mostly, my record collection is metal music, so I will be cutting out, maybe I'll show like one of the punk records I have because they're very pivotal metal. And I also have a few 7-inches, which I guess I can show at the end if I got time, but that'll depend though. That'll depend. Also, within the past week or so, I have made some new purchases, so I will be telling you whether or not something is new or not. And yeah, so yeah, let's get right down to it, shall we? Let's go. I guess we'll start off with yeah, sure, this guy. This is the one I wanted to start with. Yeah, this guy right here. So yes, here we have Misfits, Earth AD. Don't call me out or anything, but I'm not a huge fan of the Danzig era. I do like the punk era very much. Like, it's very hardcore punk, and I like that, and it's very horror-like, but Danzig, to me, he's the Elvis Presley of punk rock, and I'm not totally huge fan of Elvis myself, but I can still listen to like Misfits records and not give a crap about Danzig's vocals or whatever. In fact, on this album, he doesn't really sound a lot like Elvis to me. This album's also very, very rapidly fast. I think some of my favorite songs on here would have to be Devil Lock, Earth AD, Devil Lock, obviously Green Hell because Metallica covered it. Yeah, just really cool stuff. And yeah, here's the back. It's very, very retro Misfits punk type esque stuff right here. So yeah, that's the Misfits. Crap. Next up, we're getting to our like metal section, which, oops, I'll fix that. So yeah, next up we got Motorhead, Ace of Spades, classic Motorhead album. Love Motorhead. Obviously, I know a lot about Motorhead because of Metallica and how they're mighty influenced by Motorhead themselves. So yeah, I'm not totally inspired by Motorhead, but I do respect them as being one of the biggest legendary early heavy metal bands of like all time. So yeah, it's a great album. Love a lot of the songs on the first side, and the second side too. Really, so. Next up, all right. What's up next? Oh yeah. Okay. Now, I personally feel like a record collection cannot be completed without this album. But yet I still need to buy more records from this band. Because this is the only album I have from them, but it's also my favorite. That would have to be Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. Love the album cover. Love the songs. This is the most iconic metal album, I think, in history. I mean, you trace to the very first pinch of resistance against rock, and then transferring to metal. This band really sets, or even this album too, it really sets the stone, because there's more of a brighter tone to it, and yeah, it's amazing. Like the leads are amazing on this album. I love it. Yeah, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Gangland, Hallowed Be Thy Name. The Hallowed Be Thy Name is that one Iron Maiden song I love so much. It's mainly because I just like the chorus gets stuck in my head. But yeah, Invaders, Children of the Damned, tons of classic Maiden songs on here. Try to do this very carefully. I guess I'll show this one. Yeah, it's good. Next up, we have Judas Priest 30th I think. Yeah, 30th anniversary Scream for Vengeance picture disc. This is also, I think, the second most iconic Judas Priest album in my opinion. Obviously, the first album would have to be British Steel, which came out later after this album, but this album still slaps. I mean, Electric Eye, Riding on the Wind, Bloodstone. You Got Another Thing Coming is a very iconic song by Judas Priest that we all know. I feel like recently, though, it's been blowing up more than Breaking the Law or I forgot what the song was called. It was like 2 minutes after midnight, I think, but I think that's Iron Maiden. Pretty sure. Not trying to sound like a poser. Yeah. Next up, we got what do we got? Oh yeah, now we're getting to the hardcore metal stuff. The band that I personally think fell out a bit this year, or pardon me, last year in this case. Notice how I'm trying to be a bit smart here. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. I mean, in my opinion though, each of these Metallica albums refers to a milestone in metal, in my opinion. So like later on, you're gonna see me, I'm just gonna spoil it to you right now, you're gonna see me pull out the Black Album, and you guys are, I think all you like more like 90s classic Metallica fans, you guys are gonna be like, oh, that was an amazing year, Black Album, stuff like that. Yeah, it was also I love the Black Album era, but like the early stuff, like I was like, when I mean I love the Black Album, I love the Black Album, but you guys can't just forget about the classics like Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. You guys gotta recognize that Metallica is one of those bands that they have pivotal milestones when it comes to events with their albums. Like on Kill 'Em All, it's their first sort of album ever, and they're signed to some great people, John Zazula and Mars Zazula and whatnot. So yeah, and it also has, this album has some references. I don't know this is for all you thrash metal fans, but if you guys have seen the Murder in the Front Row documentary, Lars Ulrich at the beginning of the documentary talks about a person named Rick Birch, and here we have a Rick Birch reference up here. Bang that head that doesn't bang. That's basically them saying that we're straight. That's like saying straight out of Compton to me, but except we're straight out of San Francisco, because that's where everything when it comes to thrash metal came down to. So yeah, pivotal album. I do have a few more Metallica albums here, which I will show you guys. I don't really care. Let's see here. Obviously, we got Master Puppets. I need a new copy of Master Puppets on vinyl though, because this one's messed up, or it could just need to be cleaned. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't cleaned my, don't get mad at me, but I haven't cleaned my records in such a long time. But yeah, the reason why this is a pivotal album, we all know the death of the most amazing bass player ever, Cliff Burton, died September 27th, 1986. Yeah, I mean, early Metallica, like this era and Ride the Lightning era, they were pivotal, dude. They were top peak metal. Besides, of course, Exodus, popularizing the underground, sort of like the underground era of that kind of music. So yeah, yeah. And of course, we have Ride the Lightning. Ride the Lightning. I don't know I haven't really researched a whole lot to like what happened around the time of this album, but one thing's for sure, there are tons and tons. Now, I'm not a huge ballad fan, but when it comes to Metallica, they do pretty good when it comes to ballads. They can make ballads heavy, so yeah, and that's what this album is right here, Ride the Lightning. It's an album filled with heavy ass ballads, and I love it. It's amazing. But yeah. Alright, now we're getting smoother now. Next up, we have Megadeth, Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? Listen, man. Like, this album is not bad at all. But one thing's for sure, I feel like every other Megadeth fan loves this album either second or third. Well, that's a bold statement that I'm making, but what I'm trying to say is that we all know about Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is like their most iconic album because of Holy Wars, Hangar 18. In my opinion, Lucretia, which is an amazing song. I love Lucretia. Oh yeah, Tornado of Souls, the solos, dude. Holy crap. But so almost every Megadeth fan, I can assume at least, in my opinion, I know it's for me, Rest in Peace, like the best album. This would probably have to come in second or third. I mean, it has half of like the Rest in Peace, criteria. But like I said, it's not a terrible album. I like it. I mean, Megadeth, I love the tone of the album. I mean, like I said, it was almost, this album has a lot more angst. Like, this album has like very like rebellious angst on this album. And I think that kind of made sense, the fact that it's called Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? But yeah, I mean, Megadeth, they're pivotal too. They're quite pivotal. Unfortunately, that's the only Megadeth record I have on vinyl. But yeah. Next up, here we have for all you people who like Anthrax, you might know about this song. I never really did know anything about this song. Oh crap. Well, I guess I might as well do that later as well. But yeah, next up we have Stormtroopers of Death, or SOD. Speak English or Die, classic thrash grind hardcore album. And I'm not even kidding. Charlie Benante did some amazing blast beating on here, alongside with Dan Loca from Brutal Truth and Nuclear Assault. I mean, it's a long album, but tons of like precision thrash songs on here, with obviously the amazing vocalist Billy Milano. March of the SOD, Sergeant D and the SOD. Like, it's an amazing album. And it's also really iconic because the thing is, this was actually more of a side project based off of Scott Ian's love for comic books, because the story behind the Sergeant D, which is this guy right here, in case you didn't know, but now you know. The story behind Stormtroopers of Death is that he was drawing cartoon, well, not cartoon characters, but like comic characters almost, like of his own. And one of them was Sergeant D here. And that's how I guess he got the idea to do like a record about him. So yeah. And you know, it was like SOD came in. What made SOD so underground is that they were like a true side project. They came, they go, they reunited quite a few times, and then I don't know. SOD hasn't really reunited since. Although it would be really cool if they got the original lineup, because the last time, from what I heard, the last lineup that they had wasn't the original. So yeah, it'd be really cool if they got like the classic Stormtroopers of Death like lineup back together and they played this all the way through. It'd be really cool. I would love to go see that in concert. I mean, I've already seen Anthrax in concert, so yeah. Next up, as per usual, Anthrax, State of Euphoria. My number one favorite Anthrax song, mainly because it has some great, almost like, I'm gonna say this in a weird way, but you might understand for all you classic metalheads watching this. It sounded very MTV. Like, it sounded like music that you would hear like to the intro of like an MTV show or something like that. In which that just gives me pure nostalgia. Obviously, I wasn't around to witness the Headbangers Ball, but I've seen clips of like interviews from Headbangers Ball on the internet, and I've watched them enough to sort of realize of how much of an impact MTV had on us metalheads. And I truly now I kind of feel bad and sort of miss MTV because now MTV is just like pure crap, man. I don't know what happened, but yeah, that happened. Oh god, everything's just falling over. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna tip these up. Oh yeah, crap, forgot. This one isn't new, but it sort of does look new. It's a Creator picture disc. This is the Take a Look in the Mirror EP on picture disc. Check this stuff out, yo. Classic Creator. Or pardon me, the Behind the Mirror EP. So yeah. On this EP, there's Behind the Mirror, Creator original, and then Gangland by, I believe, Tigers of Pangtang, or Tank or something, I think is what it is. But yeah, and this is the Noise Records picture disc. So I don't know how much it's worth, but could be worth something. I don't know. All right, next up, because I gotta be fast about this. Like 2000 Thrash with Havoc, with their first album Burn. I think it's their first album. I'm not sure. This one sounds like a mixture of Municipal Waste and Testament. Very thrash. I love how like newer thrash metal bands they do this. They make thrash go mainstream. I gotta give it out to like bands like Havoc, Ultraviolence, Toxic Holocaust for doing that, because it's really it's cool. I love it. So yeah, Havoc, and that's their debut album Burn. I'm not even gonna show that one because I don't even listen to it, but whatever. Oh snap! All right. Here we have my favorite thrash band. Well, my favorite sort of underground thrash band when it comes to underground. Exodus, Persona Non Grata. This is the heaviest Exodus album I think I've ever heard. I mean, they go all out on this album. They they brought a more darker influence to their thrash metal roots on this album. I mean, they go a bit death metal, they go a bit I guess a bit black metal. But I think ever since like the 2000s, they've been going a bit black metal, just because, you know, like of Steve Souza's vocals. Because I mean, Steve Souza's vocals are friggin' gnarly, dude. Oh my god, amazing. But yeah, they have some songs in drop C on this album, like Prescribing Horror, Years of Death and Dying, Lunatic Liar Lord. Like, those are like the really heavy songs, and it's amazing. And of course, I gotta respect Gary Holt, because, you know, he's a wicked guitar player, and, you know, he played with Slayer for a bit as well. So yeah, gotta give respects out to Gary Holt. Oh, I just did that one. All right. I don't know why I don't listen to this more. I should be listening to this more. Maybe I'll listen to it today or sometime. But Slayer, South of Heaven. I've been wanting to look for this album for so long, because I've heard nonstop Slayer fans talk about it, and so yeah, it's the amazing. I was just like, yeah, I can see that, but like Random Blood though, like which one's more iconic? I'm good. I mean, we should all just be saying Random Blood right now. But yeah, South of Heaven by Slayer. Love it. Also, rip Slayer, because it's so sad that one of the most legendary thrash bands of all time is gone. It pisses me off. Then we got Random Blood. I don't think I have to say anything about this, because it's so iconic and super good. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite early heavy metal bands. Besides Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and all that stuff. These guys, they go in depth to more of the evil side of metal. And I love the vocalist. The vocalist, you might know him once I introduce it. In fact, I'll introduce it right now. Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. This, I mean, it's got some very, like, creepy riffs. I love the tone of this album. It's very, I don't even know how to describe it, but, like, it's super just, like, open and ambient, I guess. But yeah, the first track, A Dangerous Meeting, amazing track. Love it. Love a lot of the leads, and of course, for all you nerds who know about Merciful Fate, you obviously know that the famous King Diamond sings in this band. Well, he did. And now he writes solo records now, I think. And I think he's still around writing stuff. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, love this album. I love King Diamond's vocals. He's an amazing vocalist. Super powerful. Love the riffs. Love everything about this record. Yeah, I love it. Next up, we have one of my favorite black metal bands. They were part of like the first wave of black metal, and I think they're Swedish. Bathory, Under the Sign of the Black Mark. Love the album cover, and I love how underground this record sounds. It also sounds very ambient for people who listen to Bathory like a crap ton. I don't listen to Bathory like a crap ton, but I listen to these guys enough where I can safely say that they are truly legends. I mean, Corthon, and you know, Bathory, like these are like, this is the most iconic, like Bathory, Venom, Celtic Frost, those bands, they were pivotal to the I guess, sort of into the future where death metal started. And of course, the second wave of black metal, which was Mayhem, Dark Throne, you know, Hellhammer, those bands. Well, I think Hellhammer was sort of right after this era, but I don't know. But yeah, this one was released in 1987. But yeah, I love the riffs and the guitar tones and stuff like that. It's really really, really kind of neat if you think about it. All right, next up, one of my favorite sort of black and thrash bands, I guess you can technically call it. Here we have Celtic Frost, Morbid Tales. Yeah, I love the drum sound. Love Tom Warrior's vocals on this. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, Danse Macabre is a creepy ambient sort of sound effect song, I guess is what I like to call it. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Of course, yeah. Dethroned Emperor, Nocturnal Fear. Yeah, just great. Yeah. And this was the 47th anniversary too, so it came with this booklet full of liner notes and 2 posters, which I have one hung up here, which maybe I'll show you, but just not right now, because I'm running out of time. And I have another one upstairs in my room. One of my favorite group metal bands, which turned out they used to be industrial death metal band, Fear Factory. This was the 40th or 30th anniversary edition of Soul of a New Machine. I got a poster in this, which I think, oh no, you can't see it. It's behind this door right here. But it came with a poster, not a huge poster, but a decent sized poster, or just like the middle chunk of this cover. And it also came with a retro original Fear Factory acronym logo patch, which I do have on my Battle Vest. If you watched my Battle Vest video, that's where I got it. So yeah, and there's 3 LPs in that. 2 of them are the actual album, because the actual album is like 16 songs. And then the other one is Fear is a Mind Killer EP, which is like the industrial remix version of their debut album, Soul of a New Machine. So yeah. This is a new one that I got for Christmas this year. I'm very stoked to have it. You guys might know about this album. They're a very pivotal death metal band. And this album has one of my favorite drummers on here, and also one of my favorite vocalists, and that has to be Death, Individual Thought Patterns 2023 reissue. The reason why this album is so cool is because, as you can see, the whole thing is like reflective, and I just think that's really freaking cool, dude. I mean, yeah, this era of Death, like their more technical era, where they go full on technical death metal. I mean, I love their older classic stuff, but like this era, like the technical era to Death, I mean, I feel like it's more knowable because, like, because of, famous lineups and, famous drummers and songs and stuff like that, like The Philosopher, the 10th track of the album. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. The Philosopher. And Overreactive Imagination. The first track is an amazing song. Just straight up, just like, yeah. So yeah, this is the 2023 reissue on Relapse Records. So highly recommend checking that out. So yeah. Next up we got Nile, Vile Nihilotic Rights. Listen, this album is amazing, but like, I definitely prefer Nile's older stuff than this, unfortunately. The tone sounds a bit too mainstream to me, and I know that sounds stupid, because the thing is, this album was, released in 2019, so it would have had to sound like that. There's no way. Like, it could have, like, well, maybe there could have been, I don't know, but point is, don't get me wrong, this album's good. Long Shadows of Dread, the heaviest song on the whole album, personally. The Oxford Handbook of Savage Genocidal Warfare. Well, actually, no, I feel like Vile Nihilotic Rights, the title track, is pretty heavy. But yeah, like I said, I prefer old Nile than newer now. But yeah. Alright, I'm really excited about this one. Suffocation, Blood Oath. Now, this is a Nuclear Blast Records, I think, reissue. Yeah, I think it's a reissue. Yeah. See, in the past, I've asked my parents to sort of look for, albums like Effigy of the Forgotten, Pierce from Within, Bring the Spawn, whatever. But unfortunately, they've never really been able to successfully find that album, so I checked out more Suffocation to see what really touched me in a way, and this album did, so I was just like, okay. And plus, it's sort of old. I mean, it has Frank Mullen on this album and Mike Smith. Yeah. Also, just plain shout out to the Suffocation guys, because I heard that they dropped a new album back in November. I know it's January 1st right now, but whatever. Yep, whatever. Yeah, that's right. All right, next up, one of my personal, I think the most brutal technical death metal band that I have, Origin Unparalleled Universe. This album is like level 1 Archspire. I mean, it's just pure gravity blasts, progressive drum beats, heavy chunky riffs. Yeah, and then of course there's the songs, they go too fast so much that it's quiet for a sec, and then all of a sudden it's and little I know it's like a completely another song. So yeah, this album goes really quick, but yeah, I love it. I love the album cover. I love it. And this one's on white vinyl too, on Nuclear Blast. So yeah. Speaking of Archspire, I just listened to this the other night. Archspire, Bleed the Future. Love this album. Great death metal band from Vancouver. Yeah, these guys, they're, in my opinion, gonna shape the next wave of death metal. They are just too good. I mean, I love Dean Lamb and everything, but yeah, these guys, they're gonna shape stuff. I mean, the title track, Bleed the Future, title track is just so freaking good, dude. I don't understand why people don't get that. Yeah. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Next up, we have Cognitive Deformity. This band sounds like a band I listened to called Replicant from New Jersey. I don't know exactly they almost have an early Devourment type vibe, I feel like, with their tone. And then they have I guess the technicality of Nile or the heavier side of Origin or something. I don't know. But yeah. And this is a unique Leader Records one. And yeah. I haven't listened to this album very much, but whatever. Okay, this one I'm gonna purposely block out just one thing, just because it's, I don't know. I recently got this one too, and it's a Relapse issue, and that is, as you can see, for you brutal death metal fans, Devourment Conceived in Sewage. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I do listen to Devourment, and when I saw this album sitting there in the section, my eyes lit up, because I don't have a whole lot of brutal death metal in my collection. And Devourment is a band that I do listen to quite a bit. So yeah, Devourment, Conceived in Sewage. So yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to this sometime. Yeah. Then next up, I haven't listened to this album a whole lot either, unfortunately. But Tombs with their the Grand Annihilation. Like I said, I haven't listened to that a whole lot. This is sort of like the ending to, oh crap, I forgot one. I'll do it after this. Next up, here we have Dave Grohl's death metal project for Studio 666 called Dream Widow. It's very sludgy, stuff like that. There's different influences from different bands on this album. I mean, it's just, it's something, man. It's something. Yeah. That's the end of that sort of death metal section, but I forgot to show one. This one I recently got as well, and it's one of my favorite Swedish death metal bands of all time. You may know them. They love this game called War Master, or probably Warhammer. I just said the name of the album. Bolt Thrower, War Master. Reissue, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but this is the Dynamic Range edition, from Earache Records. Yeah, I mean, Bolt Thrower just sounds like a rad name, and honestly, I need some Swedish metal, more Swedish metal in my collection, because I support Sweden and Norway so much, so yeah. Excuse me. What's next after that? Oh yeah, Metallica Load. Haven't really listened to that at all, but it has some okay tunes. Metallica Black Album, Tool. I guess I can pull this one out. Here we got System of a Down, Toxicity. These guys are just goofy, but this album here has a message, and I like the message that they're putting out there. I don't know. You know what? Just forget I ever said that. I don't know what the message is behind the song, but all I do know is that System of a Down, they're a great band. Yeah, this song has some heavy bangers on here, like Jet Pilot, Bounce, Needles, Deer Dance, Toxicity, Aerials. Yeah. Next up, here we have this man's my favorite because he's a horror icon. That would have to be Rob Zombie with his album The Sinister Urge. This album has a bit more girth and a bit more heaviness to it. And it literally sounds something that you would hear at like a Halloween nightclub party. But yeah, it's not a bad album. I like it a lot. You know, this has like Ironhead has a guest star on it, which is Ozzy Osbourne, which is really cool. Ozzy, the King of Darkness himself, you know. He's the man. Then speaking of Rob Zombie, we have White Zombie. Their debut album, Les Exorcisto. You know, this album has a Thunder Kiss 65 on it, Soul Crushers, Black Sunshine, Spider Baby. Yeah, this album has a bit more thrash influence to it, and their later albums, they're more like groove, alternative metal, you know, all that cool stuff. Then I have the newish Meshuggah album as of last year. This one is, I'm going to show this one off for sure, because this band has influenced me in every shape possible. They are number 2 in my all-time favorite, you know, I guess metal band ever. Strapping Young Lad City, Devin Townsend's heavy metal project. It's just, I don't even think I have to say anything, because it's just so different from other metal bands. Like, it's not even funny. The thing is, Gene Hoglan also drums on this record as well. He does some amazing drumming. Tons of industrial influence, tons of groove metal influence. It's just, it's something different, and I like that. So yeah. This Gojira album I never listened to. Fortitude. I wish I listened to this more. Although the first half of the album has some really great songs on there. So like Born for One Thing, Amazonia. So yeah. No, I'm not gonna show that one off. Not because it's inappropriate, but because I don't even listen to it. Neither with that. I'm gonna show this one off. Ghost prequel. No, they're just to clarify. Ghost is not a metal band. They're a hard rock / goth rock band. But yeah, I like this quite a bit. Not as much as their older stuff, but yeah. Then what's up here? I don't even listen to that. Unfortunately, it was 3 Days Grace Human. But yeah. Oh, this one I recently got for Christmas. I haven't listened to it yet, but I love it. Tala, The Generation of Danger. This thing is just like Korn and Slipknot had like a baby, and Deicide came along and messed it up. I guess it's just pure chaos, and it's just it's pure mind. It's a very insane record. It's just mental insanity, this record. And I like that. Very heavy riffs, very heavy weirdo ass vocals, but I love it. I love Justin Bonnets. I love Tala. I love it all. Next up, we're getting to the end here. Shadows Fall, The War Within. Early metalcore before I went emo. The reason why I like this band so much is because I just like, one, their logo is just really sweet. I love like how 2000s it looks, and second of all, their tone, and even just their music, it's very thrash like. So yeah, it's very, very good. Next up, one of my favorite metalcore albums of all time, Ice Nine Kills, well, at least from this band. Ice Nine Kills, The Predator Becomes a Prey. This song has this song has songs that you would most likely hear at Hot Topic in 2010, even though this came out in 2014, although 4 years after 2010, which was like the peak of metalcore. It's heavy, and Spencer is a bit younger, and he really delivers his theatrical voice on the song very well. I even like the album cover too. It's just a creepy, red-eyed goth girl or some crap like that. So yeah. Then we have yet another Ice Nine Kills, Every Trick in the Book. This was their first sort of concept album. Each song is about like a piece of literature. You have some sad songs, you have some happy songs. This is literally like peak high school. This is like a peak, this is something you would listen to if you just peaked high school and you're a poet, and if you're a high school kid, this is something you would listen to. It's very high school sounding, very, very emotional, very heavy in some parts and ways. So yeah. This one I also recently got as well, because these guys have some emotion to their music as well, and that is Bad Wolves, Dear Monsters. I believe this is a deluxe edition. No, this is not the deluxe edition. This is the normal edition. This is with their new vocalist, which is, believe it or not, I just found out this a while back, DL from the Acacia Strain, who was the guitar player for the Acacia Strain in the early 2000s, which I'm just like, what? DL playing metalcore? I mean, wow, dude, that's crazy. The thing is, he's like the lead vocalist too, so yeah. And then Tommy Vetch was in before that, and he played in bands like Snot and what was it? Divine Heresy. Oh yeah, Divine Heresy. Yeah, that band. Alright, here's some honorable mentions. Well, not honorable mentions, but here's like my 7-inch singles. First one, we got Ghost. I believe it's called Kiss the Go-Goat. Yeah, this is the Kiss the Go-Goat single. I got for $8 in my local record store. They had just like a whole section of them. And it is on. In case you can see that, it is purple vinyl. 2 songs on here. Kiss the Go-Goat and Mariana Cross, which is like their most famous song now because it blew up on TikTok. So, yay. Then next up, this was a bit of a goof. So, here we have the Exploited, Punk's Not Dead. I thought that this was like a deluxe reissue of their debut album because their debut album is called Punk's Not Dead. So I thought, based off the cover and stuff like that, it was, you know, a reissue. But turns out it was a single. But that's okay because it is super punk rock to own 7-inch singles of your favorite bands. And the thing is, on the back here, it literally has the first track of the album, Punk's Not Dead, and it has like 2 unreleased tracks or something, which is Dead Cities and Alternative, or something like that. So yeah, and this one's actually kind of nice. This one's on like a nice red. Yeah, look at that. Look at that stuff. But yeah, so yeah, that's and of course, as I sort of said, here's the Celtic Frost liner book. I don't know if you saw that, but whatever. So yeah, that is my record collection. Obviously, I skipped a few, but it's mainly because I didn't really listen to them at all, so I had zero clue on what they sounded like, and nor did I like them at all. So yeah. In which here are some of them that I missed. Foo Fighters, The Greatest Hits, Avenged Sevenfold, The Stage. I sort of talked about the new Meshuggah album. I have a duplicate of Persona non Grata by Exodus on Picture Disc, because I didn't talk about that. Overkill, Deluxe edition of Electric Age. Stuff like that. And then, other than that, I think I went through everything. But yeah. Oh wait, I didn't talk about Metallica. I didn't totally talk about Metallica Load or the Black Album or Tool Opiate. But yeah. Crap, this is gonna be a really long video. Sorry about that, guys. Well, you guys know the drill. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for another video. I'll check you guys in the new year. All right, bye.